Lots to chat about. We'll get you expert voices from Jagannatham Thunukuntla, from Karvi. Mitesh Thakkar will be joining in, and Sameet Chavan too is on the show with us. And a nice spurt coming in for the markets. We are back to that 7600 peak. It's Reliance Infra, Reliance Power, Telecom has had a big hand. You've got Idea, Bharti both holding out, and Just Dial continues to look good. The breadth of the market as well has improved. Within the F&O band, you've got a good 130 odd stocks standing to the advances as we speak. It's some of these spirit names which are not looking good. So UBL, McDowell, these are all the ones which are languishing as we speak. You've also got losses coming in for IT per se. But yeah, sectorally, it is banks which have shot up very, very smartly. And of course, Telecom is the other big mover. As I speak, the Nifty Bank has shot up a good triple digits. You're seeing a nice 1% move come in for the Nifty Bank. And that indeed is holding out. Not the Nifty losers. We're talking about the markets gaining right now.
Okay, yes, indeed. That's why you're seeing all of the traction building up, even from the broader end of the market. There's a number of names that stand out. Jindal Stainless, Reliance Infra, Lovable Lingerie, Cox & Kings, Idea Cellular, and of course the ADAG pack. But let's get in. Our technical expert, Sameet Chavan, joins in on the show, as well as Mitesh Thakkar. Mitesh, start off with you. Perhaps unprecedented, this kind of a move on the index. Is it here to stay? And walk us through your afternoon picks.
So I think the way index has bounced back from 75, 50, 30 only confirms that, somewhere around that should be the lower end of the consolidation. I think there still remains a market which is doing a 200-point zone, which is 75, 50, 30 on the downside to about 77, 50 on the upside. And once we start getting past 762025, then I think I would look at, this possibly consolidation shifting the range toward the upper end of the zone, which is close to about 7750. So right now, I think we've just managed to hold on to the lower end, try to give a bounce back. I think above 76, 20, 30, you might see some more momentum come in, and the index might, in the next few days, inch towards 7750.
Right. And Mitesh, what about your stocks?
Yeah, stock calls, I have two buy calls, Bata and Bharti. Bata is a buy with a stop at 525 for targets of 560, and Bharti, that's a buy with a stop at 341 for targets of 360.
Sameet, what is your take on the market? Given the spring up that the market has seen, we're back to 7600 now.
Yes, we have seen 4 days of consolidation in the zone of 7650 to 7500. Looking at the sharp up move, it seems that 7490, 7500 has become a very strong support. But we believe that on the upside, 7640, 7650 would be a major hurdle for Nifty. We expect this consolidation to continue over the next couple of days at least. Nifty is likely to oscillate within this range, wherein 7650 would act as a strong resistance, and lower side 7490, 7500 would be a strong support. Meanwhile, a lot of individual stocks that have outperformed, and they'll continue to outperform. Thus, we have two buy recommendations. First one would be on Wipro. The entire IT space is on a roll today. Wipro certainly looks good. It has given a very good pullback from its recent highs of 570, 572, and there's a strong support around 540. We expect this momentum to continue. 580, 585 would be our target on Wipro. It can be bought by keeping a strict stop loss below today's low, which is around 540. Our other pick would be to buy Pidilite Industries for a target of 650. We have seen a consolidation in a broad range of 600, 570 since last 4 to 5 weeks. Today we are seeing a good traction in this counter along with the rise in volumes. Thus, we expect this breakout to happen on a closing basis as well. It can be bought by keeping a strict stop loss below 582.
Okay, that's a word coming in from Sameet and some of his top trading recommendations. But let's take it then to Mubina, find out what are the top movers and shakers in a market that's now holding out very smartly in trade. Mubina, let's start off with JSL.
Oh yes, very smart moves coming in from Jindal Stainless, a double-digit gain. In fact, this morning we had newspaper reports saying that firms are now lobbying for a reimposition of a 30% export duty on chrome ore. That is the raw material used to produce stainless steel products. Do remember that in the industry is saying that India's chrome ore reserves are fast depleting. And, if you look at it from a worldwide perspective, only about 0.6% of the world's total chrome ore reserves of 54 million tons is available in India. So naturally, the fact that this 30% export duty had been lifted, by the government is something that would really affect the consumers of the chrome ore. And, these reports have certainly caused quite a buzz on those stocks.
Oh yeah, indeed. JSL has been quite a buzzer today. Mitesh, I don't know how closely you've been tracking Jindal Stainless. That stock has shot up very smartly today.
I think, very clearly this stock has had a price and volume breakout, suggesting that an important trading low has been made. My sense is that I think, the stock should head towards first targets of close to about 2040, and we are not very far away from that, and post that 2150 on the upside. That's the minimum which I would expect. Eventually, I do expect higher levels over here. I think very clearly the stock has gone into an upside momentum zone. I think remains a buy at current levels and on any declines. I think now 1820, 1830 will not be broken on the downside. So keep a stop just below that and keep on accumulating this. Once 21.5 is crossed, eventually I do see the stock heading towards levels of 24 to about 24.5.
Watch out for more upside in JSL. A thumbs up from Mitesh. Meantime, let's chat about some of the alcohol stocks which are sulking.
Oh yes, United Spirits, United Breweries, Radico Khaitan, all of them are down and about in trade after Jaya Lalita has said that if she comes to power, she will definitely ban alcohol. Now, while United Spirits per se has a very low exposure to Tamil Nadu, since they had exited most of their direct operations back in 2013, all of that move that you're seeing in alcohol stocks is more or less of a sentiment move, because a lot of analysts are saying that Tamil Nadu getting most of its tax revenues from alcohol is on the verge of banning the liquor. Then who's to say that other states won't go ahead and really go ahead and ban alcohol, and it is something that's being used as a vote bank by many politicians. So this is something that certainly would be a very big negative for alcohol stocks.
Oh yes, indeed. And Sameet, take your pick out of any of the alcohol stocks that are down and out. Which is the one that you have a strategy on or a view on the charts?
See, we closely don't track these counters, but if we look at the chart structure of United Spirits, it's been sliding lower since it broke its important support level of 3,000, 3,200 in the month of December. Since then, it's been just sliding lower. There's a strong support around 2200, 2230, but looking at the overall momentum and weekly chart structure, we expect this downward momentum to continue. The next important support is around 2000, 2050. So those who have stuck in this counter, any bounce probably towards 2350, 2400 would be a exit opportunity. This stock is heading towards 2000. So exit on any bounce, 2400, 2350 is likely to act as a very strong resistance.
Okay, great. That's the strategy on United Spirits. And finally, Mubina, what's on the radar?
Well, it's Orchid Pharma. That one has received an establishment inspection report from the US FDA. This as a result of the inspection that took place back in August 2015 for its Alathur API facility. It's a facility that manufactures API based in, down in the south. And it has successfully been able to close the inspection report. So that's something that's really causing a positive buzz in Orchid Pharma, given the fact that US FDA warning letters and inspections are something that has become quite the order of the day for a lot of pharma companies.
Yeah, indeed. Orchid Pharma holding up a good 9.25% as we speak. A nice spurt coming in. Mitesh, if not Orchid Pharma, any other pharmaceutical stock which is good to go long on right now?
I think, in the pharma space, the one which I like, the